Hello and good morning. My name is James Moffett. I'm the host of Father's Refuge podcast. I'm going to do episode 4 now. And this is the last article that I've written in a series of articles. And it's called Grief Changes Everything. Jessica Ann, a story of courage, faith, and love. It was August 5th, 2001, around 2 a.m. when I watched Jessica take her last breath. She'd been in hospice care for 2 or 3 weeks, and we knew the end was near. I held her hand and watched her leave this earth. 14 months earlier, we rushed Jessica to MUSC Children's Hospital for emergency surgery. We were living in Bluffton, South Carolina, and I was working at a law firm. Jessica had fallen off her bike and broken her glasses, a moment that, in hindsight, marked the beginning of the end. While saving up for new glasses, Jessica began experiencing headaches, nausea, and vomiting. A CT scan at Hilton Head Island ER revealed a baseball-sized mass near her brainstem. She was immediately transported to MUSC by ambulance. That night around 11 p.m., we loaded up our other 2 children and followed the ambulance to Charleston. After surgery, the doctors told us they removed as much of the tumor as they could. Because of its location near the brainstem, they said we'd be lucky if Jessica lived another 12 months. Over the next 14 months, Jessica endured chemo and radiation. Toward the end, her treatment team invited us into a room to discuss her options. Our pastor, Tom, director of chaplains at Trident Medical Center, joined us. The team explained that they had done everything humanly possible. A bone marrow transplant might help, but it would make her deathly ill and still might not cure her. Pastor Tom broke it down for us. Jessica had a 1 in a million chance of surviving. I don't remember the exact type of cancer. One was less aggressive, but the other was relentless. It would be the one to take her life. I remember standing in Jessica's hospital room with Katie, telling her what the doctors had said. We explained the risks and isolation required for the transplant. Jessica listened, asked questions, and then said, "I'm done with the hospital. I just want to go home." So we brought Jessica home. Hospice arranged a hospital bed and everything she needed to be comfortable. Throughout this 14 months, we brought Jessica to church so our extended family could surround her in prayer. I prayed more during that time than I ever had in my life. I cried, begged, pleaded, and bargained with God. I walked the road near our house, beer in hand, yelling at God in the rain. My neighbors probably thought I was a crazy man at the end of the street. Jessica handled her illness with more grace than Katie and I did. Despite the treatments and hospital stays, she always smiled and laughed at my dad jokes. "Oh, Daddy," she'd say, "that was so funny." She was tender-hearted and protective of her siblings. If someone got in trouble, she'd confess, even when she wasn't the one responsible. As her condition worsened, we asked friends and family to visit. At one point, Jessica was too sick to attend church, and no one reached out. I called our pastor and asked why. He said people didn't know what to say or do. I told him, "Just come, be near her, help around the house, give us an hour to breathe." Once he made an announcement, people came. We weren't looking for answers or miracle cures, though they poured in by the hundreds. We just needed presence, love, and support. When Jessica took her last breath, I was by her side, holding her hand. Our friend Peggy, who had come from Texas, was in the room. She had been a great help during Jessica's final month. Peggy has since passed from cancer as well. I woke Katie up and told her Jessica was gone. Our pastor called the funeral home. Around 6 a.m. they arrived. I helped move Jessica's body to the gurney and walked her out of the house. It was surreal, final. The next time we saw her was at the funeral home. During the service, I heard a train whistle blow from across the street. In my mind's eye, I saw Jessica hopping on that train, waving goodbye. Every time I hear a train whistle now, I think of her. Yes, grief changes everything. At first, the pain is so intense you can't breathe. Jessica was gone, but her things remained. Even after hospice removed the equipment, I could still see her in that bed. There will always be an empty chair at the table, her smile, her laughter gone. 21 years later, the memories are still vivid. The triggers are fewer and the pain less intense, but our family is forever changed. Our marriage and faith were tested, nearly derailed, but somehow we held on. Our hope is in God in heaven. One day we'll be reunited with our Jessica Ann, who is now dancing and laughing cancer-free.